Really, I'm pretty disgusted with both.
This Michigan woman, who only wanted to be identified as Ann, says she found nude photos of herself on the internet. She immediately thought of her ex-boyfriend, and then she thought, how could he do such a thing? Ann investigated. She connected the dots to something called a revenge porn website. There are a handful of them that feature thousands of women in compromising positions. The websites solicit pictures from ex-boyfriends seeking revenge. In Ann's case, it also featured a link to her Facebook page, her cell phone number, and even included a picture of her son.
The person that put my information on this site had put my Facebook, a snapshot of my Facebook, which has my son. I have a 1-year-old son.
At first, she didn't know what to make of it, but then she wondered why so many strangers were calling her with vulgar things to say.
Oh, a ridiculous amount of phone calls. I still get phone calls. I even got a bunch today, so it's like they've gotten more distasteful as the days have gone by.
As the I-Team discovered, revenge porn sites are growing in popularity, and they're free. Anyone seeking revenge can easily upload pictures of their ex and expose them to the world. There are lawsuits popping up in several states, but no definitive word on their legality. So who would do such a thing to Ann?
My ex, I actually am pregnant, and he wanted me to get an abortion, and I told him absolutely not.
Ann says if she agreed to terminate the pregnancy, her ex would pay to get the pictures removed. She refused. But then she discovered a website that says they could get the pictures removed, but she'd have to pay $250. Where did she find the site? It's posted as a link on the very same site that exposed her pictures. After TV5 did some digging, we found evidence that these two sites may be owned by the same person. A simple search shows they both have the same registered agent and owner, and that, according to legal experts, may land this particular site in hot water.
Reprehensible at best is the word that I can think of right now.
Beth Hutchins practices law in Arizona. She's crusading against these revenge porn sites. She says they clearly cross ethical and legal lines.
By virtue of the fact that they are posting the pictures and then saying, hey, get me off the site and pay me X amount of dollars, could that be considered extortion? I think in some circles, perhaps, yeah.
So how do these website administrators justify what they do? They say it's perfectly legal. They claim it's simply free speech. Hutchins says that couldn't be further from the truth.
I think that demonstrates a fundamental misunderstanding of the First Amendment and what it does and does not protect.
Hutchins says her firm is representing dozens of women whose pictures have been posted to the internet without their permission. And as that legal process unfolds, Ann has a message for anyone thinking about sharing nude photos, even with someone you love.
I would say use your better judgment, and people have told me that too, and I wouldn't do it, no.
Ironically, these revenge porn site owners say the Communication Decency Act protects them from any legal liability. But that remains to be seen with all the lawsuits underway. As for Ann, she tells me she would like to pay that $250 to get her pictures removed, but she can't afford it. With this I-Team report, Gino Vici, WNEM TV5.